Coming up next, a real special treat. I have one of the executives from Ormonde Jayne who's here at Osme today, and I'm going to introduce you to him in a second. And what we're going to do is pick our favorite, our top 5 spring, summer Ormonde Jayne fragrances. Going to love this video. Got some cool ones coming up. Stay tuned to find out what they are coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to JoelTheNose. That's my little sign. Here we are, as you can see, at Osme Perfumery. And I said at the outset in my introduction, I have a special guest today, and this is Travis. Travis, welcome. Nice to meet you. I just met him a little bit ago here at Osme. And your title is you're sales executive for North America?
Yes, with Ormonde Jayne.
For Ormonde Jayne. And of course, you guys who follow my channel know that Ormonde Jayne is one of my absolute favorite niche houses. It's, you know, I've talked about this before, but Zizon is probably responsible for starting my obsession with niche fragrances. It's, to me, you know, and this house, I've met Linda here a few times, and such a pleasure. But it's so great to have you here today. And we were talking about just some of our favorite spring and summer fragrances, so I thought, let's do a quick video. And so we're gonna do a top 5. Travis's favorites. We're gonna each pick a couple and let you know why and tell you about it. So I'll start off. And actually, yeah, we'll go with, I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the latest, right? The newest fragrance that's come out from Ormonde Jayne.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You're correct.
And for everyone, so you can see it a little bit better, that is Sakura. I've talked about this one quite a bit a few months ago when it came out. Love that kind of pink ombre bottle. But this fragrance, to me, what I think it's perfect for spring and summer, it just has that very spring renewal. It's got cherry blossom. It's got I believe lime. It's got like green notes. So it's got that all that kind of just that sense and that smell that just makes you feel alive. In fact, let me put it on my skin right here, just so I like spraying. Yeah, I can smell, right?
Yeah, it's great.
If you want to hold that. Yeah, I mean, that combination of green and cherry with that sweetness is so interesting. It really is a unique fragrance.
Right, it truly is. Yeah, I love the base notes. There's a little bit of vanilla in it, so it's sandalwood too, so it has like a woody base. Yeah, it's just perfect. Really nice.
And this one, interestingly, the 2 fragrances that I picked, which I didn't realize are 2 of the best selling right now.
Yes. Sakura is a hit right now. It's been selling really well for us. Of course, the cherry blossoms were in bloom the last month or so, perfect timing for spring.
Yeah, no, this is, you know, and I think this is a really wonderful, really good unisex fragrance too. Because when I've talked about this before and I see people talking about it, I think just as many as women as men really like this.
Yes, I've been noticing that too as well.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so let's go with one of your choices for top spring, summer fragrances.
So my fragrance that I have been wearing a lot lately is one of our original fragrances, one of our oldest scents, came out in 2003. This is Osmanthus. Osmanthus is a tiny yellow flower that grows in China and Japan. So kind of related, I guess, with the Sakura. This one is just really fresh, and Osmanthus has been having kind of a resurgence lately, I've noticed, at some of the exhibits that we had in Milan.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's doing an Osmanthus lately. They're coming out. It's suddenly having like this big surge of popularity. And I can see why. I mean, the fragrance Osmanthus has a little bit of like an apricot leather suede combination. So suede apricot. And then we added Davana, which is like a sweet Egyptian herb to it. So it gives a little bit of spice. There's some pimento in it. Linda Pilkington, our founder, likes to use very rare, unique, unusual notes. And so you won't find like some of her notes that she uses, you won't find them in many fragrances, which is probably why I love this fragrance so much. It's great for the warmer weather. I spray it in the air. Sometimes I spray it on myself just for whenever I want to be refreshed. It's really light and clean.
This is such a classic, and I'm glad that you mentioned it's from 2003. It was like one of the original, right?
Yeah,
one of the first,
20 years ago, exactly. Yeah.
20 years, it's scary to think about that. But that is, you know, it's one of these ones that sometimes, because she has so many great choices, and you know, you smell the new ones, and you forget about these great ones like this. I'm glad you brought this one up because
Yeah.
I love the smell of Osmanthus. And
Me too.
It's got a very clean feel to it. But like you said, those notes and those flowers in there that aren't typical just make this one really, really stand out.
Kind of timeless. I mean, I could see myself wearing this anytime and never getting tired of it.
Oh, I can see this going really well with the suit. I know you've got the jacket on today, like, going into a meeting and just really kind of separating yourself out. Great choice. Great choice. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to go next with, you know what? Actually, let me just hold this up for people to see because I didn't. So that's Osmanthus, again, in one of the original classic bottles 20 years ago. That's probably older than some of you guys watching this video, which is scary. All right, next, and this is one, interestingly, when I chose it, again, I just chose ones that I really like and I think are great for spring and summer, and it just so happens that this is also the #1 worldwide seller right now.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, this is a hot seller that can barely keep it in production, right?
Right, we're have to ramp up production on this one because everybody wants a bottle right now.
And that bottle is, you guys can see, Levant. When this one came out, what did it come out about 2 years? Was it a couple years ago?
Yeah, about 2 years.
Okay, this immediately stuck out in my mind as one of my favorites from this collection. And you mentioned the notes that are always kind of so unique, how she takes things that are not typical in fragrance. And one of the notes, maybe why I was so drawn to this, is a note of Tangelo.
Yes.
And Tangelo kind of goes with the orange ombre bottle. Tangelo, for those of you who don't know, is a cross between a tangerine and an orange. And growing up here in South Florida, we had a lot of fruit trees in my parents' yard, and Tangelo was one of the trees we had. And it's kind of not typical. I've never seen that in another note in fragrance. So I was drawn to this one like bees to an orange, or go to an orange here. This one was, I think, meant for me. I'm gonna smell the microphone. Oh yeah, I just love the citrus elements in this. It's really such, again, perfect spring, summer fragrance.
You can almost layer the two with Osmanthus too.
Yeah.
Oh, so fresh. Yeah, absolutely.
So unique. Yeah.
So this one, I've actually never heard the notes of Tangelo before. That's
me either.
me learning something. Wow. Tangelo.
Tangelo, cross between tangerine and an orange. I've never seen it in a fragrance before, and it really takes me back to my childhood. And like we would eat these off the tree, peel them as kids, and the juice would be dripping all over you. It evokes great memories, and that's what a good perfume, right? Can do. It evokes those memories that it takes me back to like when I was 5 years old, but obviously in a very elegant, exquisite perfume.
It's funny you should mention that because the other note that's in here is peony. And my grandmother had peonies growing in her yard when I was a child, so that's kind of like brings back memories of those big pink flowers and smelling those. That's in there too, so fresh and clean like that too.
Yeah.
Well, I have no recollection of any peony and any Tangelo, but I tell you what.
What do you smell?
I just smell something that's amazing.
Yeah.
There is obviously this something that's fresh and zingy in the particular.
Yeah.
Perfume.
It's got a zing.
Yeah.
That's what it is, yeah. Definitely like a zing, a zest.
It's got that, yes, it's very zesty. It almost feels like you're peeling open, in this case, I'll say a Tangelo, which is interesting that if you've ever had a tangerine, those peel very easily compared to an orange, and a Tangelo is like that, but it's like sweet, and it's a little bit bigger than a tangerine, but when you open it and you peel it, you see that zest, that rind, or it kind of sprays that has that almost kind of effect here.
All right, so now I have to try a Tangelo. So both you guys did two of your favorites.
Ah, yes, we actually are short one. Can you help us out?
Let me see.
To round out our top 5, Ormonde Jayne's spring summer fragrances.
I haven't mentioned Tanger yet.
Oh, no, that's right. We haven't gotten to his yet.
Yeah.
You
I have
jumped
to
in.
bring up this one.
Yeah, yes.
This is going along with a Tangelo. This is Tanger, our other fragrance that's exclusive right now to Maurice's store at Osme. The only place you can get this fragrance in the U.S. is here at Osme in Miami. So I want to bring this up. I have been wearing this one. It's like next to my bed. I want to spray it all the time when I wake up. It is like alive. It's zesty. This one has just like amazing lasting power, has neroli in it, so it's completely a genderless fragrance. Men and women both love the scent. A little sweet, but not overly sweet, which I like. Oh my gosh, have you
Can I
guys
see
smelled
it?
this?
Yeah, I
Yes.
have, but it's been a little bit of.
It
well,
is like that neroli with the bright top
oh,
notes
yeah.
in
The
it.
neroli is really. It's like a punch.
Yes, it is.
It's again, we have a very orange kind of theme or citrus theme, but this feels like you just got like bit into something like a big orange or neroli and.
Yeah, and it has depth with like an amber base to it, some vanilla amber base to it, which I just love that. So it lasts throughout the day. I get tons of compliments. Probably one of my most complimented fragrances. Men and women both ask me, what do you have on? What are you wearing? So this is a sleeper. You don't find this, you can't find it anywhere, so people don't know about it. So I really wanted to mention that, Tanger.
That's a good exclusive. I didn't know that. We're all learning something new today. Maurice learned about Tangelos, and I just learned that this is a U.S. exclusive, right?
Yeah, for his store only.
So if you want Tanger, you got to come here to Osme or go online to their website.
So I know it's 5, but I love this brand too much to kind of limit 5. So let's do one more. So I'm gonna have an honorable mention.
Okay. We always end up. This always happens to us. We can never stick to the number.
So this is an honorable mention. This one is called Xian.
Here, hold this while I go.
So one of the special things about this perfume is the note of rhubarb. Now, rhubarb is something that I do not enjoy most times, but for this to be one of my favorite perfumes in this particular blend, it's dynamic. It's rhubarb with hints of sandalwood, and it's just something that just comes alive on the skin. It is really one of those experimental. I think this is the most experimental perfume from Ormonde Jayne in maybe the past 5 years, hands down.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, they're all amazing, but I think this, you know why it's so experimental or unusual? Because you can't tell what notes
It's
are
true.
coming
It's so true.
from that bottle.
Yeah, I almost chose this one myself because
Yeah.
it was one of my favorites in the last few years, and I had forgotten that it had that rhubarb
Oh yeah.
note.
Oh yeah. Anything to add?
I agree 100% with
Okay.
what you're saying. Unique. I think it stands out in the line as something totally different. If you haven't tried Ormonde Jayne fragrances, this is very unique to us. Kind of a little bit of spice. There's like black pepper in it, so you get that with a woody cedar wood in there too. So it's really amazing. Totally different. And you just have to like experience it. You have to wear it, experience the fragrance. It's so different.
And the one that would round out the number 5.
Okay, so that was honorable mention. Now we go to the final one for number 5.
Montebaco Verano.
Another one I almost selected.
And the reason behind why I picked this one up is because tobacco is normally spicy and dark. Now the original formulation, both the Montebaco Intensivo and the Montebaco, those were a little bit drier and, in my opinion, more serious. This has a little twist of, I think, grapefruit. Now, who has ever smelled grapefruit with tobacco? So,
Right.
for some reason, the way how I describe this is an oceanic tobacco.
Oh,
That's the way how I would
That
actually...
sounds like the perfect Miami fragrance.
Yeah.
Oceanic
Oceanic
tobacco.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Right?
That's how
Smoking
I-
a Cuban cigar down by the beach.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's just something that is easy to wear, because not only could you wear it in the day, you can also wear it at night. So Montebaco Verano is, one of my top,
Just so everyone can see that there.
definitely one of my top picks.
And again, I love these ombre bottles that,
And they need-
obviously
yes.
a little bit of a variance from your kind of classic, but
Right.
oof, let me spray.
And you're wearing the colors, blue and orange are colors.
Yeah, that's
The
know
colors
what?
of the bottle.
yeah. I never actually realized that. Those are my favorite colors, are orange and blue. So
Oh, neat. There you go.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
nice.
So this rounds out the
Rounds out the top 5. Yeah.
Great.
So I can't really do a video without.
That was, I think. So everyone's always amazed. So what was that? About 20 sprays?
Maybe 15.
Maybe 15.
Okay, all right, 15, but just on the neck. Then if normally, then he would be doing the rest of his,
Yeah, so this is what I'm wearing today. Later on, off camera, I'll put the rest. I don't want to shock everyone.
Well, people are used to it already. So, all right, cool. Well, thank you guys. As always, Maurice is a surprise guest. Travis, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And guys, thank you as always for watching, for all your support. Of course, I will be back as always with another video. Go out, try these. Let me know, what are your favorite Ormonde Jayne fragrances? What are you wearing for spring, summer? They have so many excellent choices. Put down in the comments below. Let's hear what you guys are wearing. Talk to you guys later. Peace, love, and perfume.